Hello Capricorns, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your December 2019 reading. Here we are at the end of a decade, about to really move into an extremely powerful year that is going to be just coded in your sign, in your energy, really. I've been trying to figure out how to start this video out here, but I guess let's start off with the astrology here. I'm going to grab a deck here and we're going to start shuffling. But the astrology is really important to what's going on with you right now. So we're going to talk about it a little. If you want to learn, look more into it, if you want to research it, I highly recommend that. There are some good YouTubers as well, like Gregory Scott, White Light Astrology, that might have some really important things that you need to hear about the coming year ahead. And I will be doing a year ahead reading for all the signs as well for 2020 to 2021. So keep an eye out for that. But there's a lot happening for you. We've got a lot in your sign already. And December 3rd, we have Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, abundance, learning, growth, moving into your sign. So it's going to be all first house for you for pretty much the next year. It's going to bring up a lot about who you are, figuring out how to express yourself, how you demand respect, how you display your true strengths here. It's also going to be uncomfortable because it's going to be throwing your obsessions right in your face, your addictions, your compulsions, and really what drives you. Jupiter will be testing, the parts of you that you're really sure about, the parts of you that you are so sure about yourself. And you're going to need to consciously decide to not make the same mistakes anymore, because Jupiter is going to throw temptations in your face left and right. I would say maybe talk to some of the Sagittarians out there, because they've been going through it the past year. All my Sagittarian friends have had a lot of, I think, tests, or what I perceive from the outside as tests, and I would not be surprised. In fact, I would say to expect that in the next year. It's going to teach you to persevere and to grow. If you decide to overcome temptation, you don't give into, again, compulsive, obsessive, negative behaviors. If you don't give into your vices, you will grow. So it's really important, and we're going to be talking about that over the next year as well, and especially in your 2020 reading. December 10th, Mercury moves into Sagittarius, which is your 12th house. So it's going to ask you to, again, take some time out, find your place of peace and really connect with spirit, connect with your more spiritual side here. Just try to do things that make you feel good. Make sure you're getting enough rest is what I would say in that energy and over the next month, because again, there's so many big things happening and so many other people are going to probably come around and be asking a lot of you. We'll get into that though. There is so much. I feel like this monthly reading is going to really give you a taste of the whole year ahead. And I've been a little bit anxious to do yours, actually, because I knew it was going to be so big. So, December 11th, 12th. So let's get through the astrology and we'll get right into it. December 11th, 12th, we get the full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, which is your 6th house. So we might have some work focus, some money coming to fruition, some new projects beginning or ending there. Any types of change that you need to make in terms of dissatisfying work, I would say start that now. Health might also be in a focus because it is the 6th house, so your personal health, work, your workout routines, what you're eating. December 20th, 21st, we have Venus moving into Aquarius, your 2nd house. So more focus on money, good news with money. Maybe you'll be buying yourself something nice as an earth sign because it's your birthday. It's just good. Maybe some new business ideas coming in, negotiations. The December 22nd, we have the sun moving into your sign. Happy birthday. So first house focus. And then on the 26th, we have the new moon solar eclipse in your sign as well. Wow, there's a lot going on for you. Didn't I tell you? This is the 3rd eclipse of the year that we've had in your sign, Capricorn. It's been big, right? So don't be surprised. And actually, I would say it might help you to bring some focus in over the last two, about what you were going through, what you were focused on, what was happening during the last 2 eclipses this past year that have been in your sign. It's all going to be first house. So again, all about you, really looking at what you have to do in terms of issues within your life. You know, what steps, what measures, what action can you take to shift it? What do you need to change? This is the time to really incorporate all these shifts and stuff into creating a new and better you for the future here. Things that no longer work will start to fall away, and I would say it would not help you to hold on to them, so let them go. They're not meant for you any longer. Whew, there's a lot going on for you. We also have, I believe, what is it, Pluto and Saturn in your sign. There's just so much. There's just so much as we enter 2020 in your sign. So it brings this seriousness, this real intense need to look at where we need to change. So let's look at your energy this month now. We're getting on here with the Egyptian Tarot. All right. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If it doesn't resonate, guys, check out your other placements. This reading was probably just not for you, okay? So let's see. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is your energy for this month? Ooh, okay. Wow. I don't know if you guys are going to like that. The Sphinx. Hold on one second. I have my list here of all of the questions that I'm going to be asking you guys this month. And I like kind of switched it up. Probably around, I think it was the Pisces and the Taurus readings, and I decided to kind of list out some things I wanted to ask because it is the end of the decade, and I do think that there's big energies coming in, so I wanted to structure the readings a little bit more. But you guys just got the Sphinx reversed. And as your energy this month, it's going to feel like a lot is being taken from you. You're not going to feel very lucky, very happy. You're going to feel like you're on the wrong side of change, if we're being honest here. The Sphinx is also supposed to be Virgo and Mercury energy here. Sorry, I have to look at the little... They have a little table for this because it's such a different deck. And the signs all are just different... to different major arcana in this. And there are actually more major arcana and different major arcana. So I try to keep that up if I plan on using it. Because I'm still learning it. It's a brand new deck for me. But yeah, there's a lot of fateful events happening right now. You have really been through it, and I feel like you guys are feeling much more deserving of something lighter. Like, I've earned a better experience. I've earned success and good things. Why am I being tested like this? Well, Jupiter just moved into your sign, so sorry. That's kind of how it's going to be for a little bit. You're not going to feel like things are in positive change. You're going to be tested, and the universe is going to be like, do you really want this change? Do you really want things to get better? Well, I'm not giving it to you because have you really changed in this way? No? Well, I'm testing you, and you just proved to me that you couldn't. So I would say you're going to be tested this month. Let's see what your focus this month is, your goals, your focus and your goals. Wow, this is the third, I would say the third or the fourth sign. It was Pisces, Taurus, and now you, that your main focus, your goals this month is love, is an equal exchange. I feel like this goes beyond just love, but if love has been an issue, you're going to feel, again, on the lower end of it, on the more unlucky side of it. And you're going to be like, why keep getting tested this way when all I really want is it's a solid, healthy relationship. And it might not just be love, it could be work, it could be, I want a job that I love and that I get paid for, and I just want an offer there. I want something real. If you have been out of work and you've been looking for it, that's what this is all going to be about. You're going to feel really unlucky with the opportunities that you've been given and the opportunities that don't seem to be coming in. But in terms of love, you're going to be like, why am I being tested again? Are you serious? Again with this, every time you bring somebody in, I get excited and I think it's this, and then you throw this in my face again. Why? So let's now look at each week. I'm going to come back to these, but not until we get to the major obstacles and defining events. Let's go now to week by week here. Okay, let's see. Week by week for you guys. Let me just move that stone there before I knock it over. All right. Okay, first week. Wow. You get it? The Nine of Pentacles comes up. We're using the Hermetic Tarot. Nine of Pentacles. And that's interesting because that's feeling very abundant and like you have, again, experienced a lot of material gain, success, stability. Second week of December, we get Eight of Pentacles. It's a lot of work focus. I feel that a lot of areas of growth that we have wanted, again, have to do with work, career, money, financial, and we're really, really, really focused on making that stuff happen. Let's do third week of December for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Third week of December. King of Pentacles. It's all about Pentacles. Last week of December. Moving into 2020 for Capricorns. And you know what? This doesn't look that bad. I know that things probably feel really pressing. But you have you have worked for your growth. And that's why I want to say, yeah, you're being tested this month, but I do feel also that you're overcoming it. Because you have stayed structured. You haven't let temptations get in the way. You haven't given into, you know, less than stellar behavior, less than mature behavior. I would say if there's any part of you that wants to give into any immature behaviors this month, you'll be able to fight it, but you have to just not let it get to you. Keep on cooking because you have accomplished enough already. You've accomplished to a great degree. You've earned whatever it is you're trying to get or whatever it is that you've been trying to get. And now you kind of just need to keep on, you know, again, prudently moving forward here. You've got this. It feels very good and stable. So let's actually now look at your defining events and your obstacles, because then I think we're going to get a bigger picture of all of this. We're just going to touch upon the cards until all of them are pretty much out. Let's look at your major obstacles and defining events for December, Capricorn. They're all face down. I'm not going to take them if they're going to do that. All right, Capricorn. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Hair is getting stuck in my face, and it's annoying. Capricorn. Wow. Okay. Okay. What's he saying? Okay. Let me get one more. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just trying to sift through it here. And I feel you guys should take some quiet, drink some water this season. It would really help you. Give me one, please. It's too many. Just one more. For what their obstacles and defining events will be. Again, make sure, wow, there it is. You have a choice again between acting out in the old way when, oh, let me see what this is. This feels like a fight or some type of conflict. And yeah, this is a problem, some type of issue, maybe with friends, maybe with a loved one, whatever it is. Don't fight. Don't give in to, again, it feels almost like you might want to compulsively fight with somebody, maybe even through online, because we get the Master of the Sword reverse and the Warrior of the Pentacle reverse. The Slave of the Cup is there, as well as the Sacrifice. It just feels like there are people that maybe bring out the worst in you, possibly a fire sign, just because we have the Mistress of the Scepter here. Maybe a Leo, Sag, or an Aries. And you can't, I don't know, it's like I don't know if like even this person is trying to start something, but they have that kind of energy that you guys either always fight or there's always disagreements. You always kind of take what they say wrong or they take what you say wrong. Don't take what they say wrong and don't do it on purpose to start something when you're frustrated with them for maybe a different reason or frustrated about something else. Just recognize before you go into a fight, or I don't, it's not even that I see vibes, but I don't know. There's just this immaturity with the Master of the Sword and the Warrior of the Pentacles reversed, especially in how we speak to people. There's a really cutting, nasty, underhanded kind of way here. And I feel that you're, you know, whether that's you or somebody, I feel like that this fire person, honestly, is the one that's bringing it out, because this feels like your energy. And Six of Cups here is about, you know, how we used to be. Sixes, yes, they're always a positive sign for me, but when it comes up as an obstacle in a defining event, you might want to act out in past ways that are very immature. And I would say choose to sacrifice that and maybe apologize. Sacrifice the need to fight. It will not be worth it, but you have two options. You've been one way. Now you can start moving in a different direction here. There are two options in how you can deal with a situation. And Jupiter is testing you here. This is the temptation. It's saying, you know, we need to sacrifice that need to win something, that need to have the upper hand, that need to tell somebody like it is, or start something where it's really not necessary. So instead, maybe it'd be better to, it feels very much like an apology. And I find that earth signs and fire signs have the hardest time apologizing. And it's really hard for them to just let it go and not win something and not, you know, be like, well, I was right. I would say it's just much better to sacrifice that and give them the cup here. The Page of Cups or the Slave of Cups here is, you know, for me, sometimes an apology. A message of kindness, a message of reconciliation, but in a positive way rather than hearkening back to old behaviors and compulsions. Whew. All right, let's look now at, let's look at some advice. Actually, let's look a little bit deeper into the weeks. First week, second week, Nine of Pentacles. Anything we need to know about that? In the first week, let's clarify that energy. Oh, yeah, there it is, Five of Swords. Stay on your game. Stay on your side of the fence. Keep in your lane is what I would say here. Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat. You're not going to win that fight, whatever this is. There are fights, and there is this need to, you know, stir something up here. Or it's like somebody says something, and you immediately are like, oh, I want to stir this. I want to stir the pot. It's like somebody started it and then they give you the handle. Will you stir it? No, don't do it. Eight of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Got a lot of work going on. Lord of Oppression. There's a lot of work. Again, focus and heaviness there. I would say, again, it's going to be difficult to overcome these temptations that Jupiter throws in your face. But it's doing so to really show you where you need to demand change within yourself. Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Moon. It's going to bring up your fears. Again, it's going to bring up those uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable situations. You know, ruler of flux and reflux. To me, this feels like, again, just compulsory behaviors, obsessive behaviors, all of our fears. Sorry that Scylla's barking. This one probably just got home. Can't stop her when she started. But maybe, you know, again, that's a compulsion of hers. Don't give in to your own compulsions, to yell at people, to bark at somebody, to flip out. She always kind of barks at the right moments, doesn't she? No matter how you're feeling, it's not going to help. All your shadow aspects, the parts of you that you're really uncomfortable with and that you know need to be fixed, are going to be really thrown up in your face. Fire signs are helpful and hindering you at this time. It's really interesting. You might be frustrated with one because they're not giving you enough time. And that might be why you want to start this fight. Ooh, I went there. Okay. The Three of Cups, the end of the month here, looks like you can, if you make the right choices, you will have something to celebrate. I mean, look, you stay on your grind, you stay doing what you're doing and don't give in to any of this crap. You know, people are just trying to instigate you because they know you're on the way up and things are about to really shift for you. That's why this is happening. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's not like Jupiter gives you one temptation, then you're done. It's going to be a lot more. Don't worry. But the Lovers is there, the Three of Cups, or the Three of Cups, and then the Lovers is kind of defining it here. Make the right choices. The Lovers is about the choice. Choose to, I would say, choose to hold back in terms of fighting it. Again, I just feel like fighting is not going to bring you anything this month. Don't fight with people. Stay on your grind. You stay grounded. Don't start things. Don't try to reach out and get at people. Don't try to reach out and do anything other than if it's an apology or something nice to say. No matter what the situation is, this, you know, this month asks you to sacrifice those that need to insert yourself where, or insert opinions, insert angst, fighting, whatever it is, into a situation that it's like they're asking you to do that for a reason. Don't give in to that. This is the test. Make the right choices and you will be rewarded. Let's see what some of your rewards are. Oh my gosh. This desk is messy right now. I keep accidentally almost picking up different decks. The cards off the table. Oh my god. What are your rewards? Accomplishments. The Sun. You make the right choices. I mean, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's success. It's everything you've been wanting. It's there and it's coming in. And it feels more like 2020 will be that year for you, but trials, tests, you have victory. Make the right decisions. Keep your head above water. Keep your head above the fight. Keep your head above anything brewing. Just like keep your head above it, and you will see why you are being asked to do all this. You will see the changes in yourself by the end of it that you're going to feel really proud of. Changes in your mindset. I do feel that there's going to be heartbreak, that we are going to be cutting certain people out because they're no longer healthy for us. We might, you know, have outgrown friendships. It really feels that way for you guys. But you needed to have some of these things happen. You needed to have things fall away. You needed to let things go. And I would say don't fight for things that end up being oppressive, that end up bringing, you know, conflict into your life. If, you know, sometimes friendships have expiration dates, expiration dates. Relationships have expiration dates. And sometimes, you know, the expiry date is just when it is, and you can't really force something to be a part of your life after that. It's also going to force you to really be present exactly where you are and to stop thinking in the past. Capricorn, you guys sometimes get so stuck in the past on this person, on that situation, and where you felt, somebody treated you unjustly, on where you feel you need to fight. And that's what brings up all this. This is why this is being tested. Somebody's going to pick at that scab and you're going to want to flip out and say this and say that. But it's a past thing, and you have to recognize that the past is in the past, and that where you need to put your focus, your energy towards is growth in the now. Growth in the here, growth in the present, so that when you hit that future, when all this You know, you're being asked to, you know, to change right now. Otherwise, these good things probably won't be coming in as readily as you want them to be. So change, shift, get out of that headspace, get out of the past. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys, I feel like in Pisces, get out of the past, get out of the past, get out of the past. All right, 3 times, I guess. Let's pull, I mean, we're going to do a love reading, actually, so I'm not even going to get into that here, because this is, if you take this whole thing as a love reading, then you do, but if not, don't worry, we'll be doing a love reading. I'm going to do a love reading for all the signs, but let's get into anything else I really want to ask here. Let's get a couple cards of advice, and then we're going to go on to the Oracle. Sorry, I have to like move all of these decks. I have too many decks out right now. It's too much. Let's get a couple cards of advice. We're going to get the advice with the Gustav Klimt deck. Couple cards of advice. Hierophant. Yeah. You might need to reach out. Hierophant has been like a card of advice for like most of the signs this month. So maybe, I mean, we have Uranus and Taurus, you know, I think it's like mid-month. Let me actually try to find my astro thing, because I wrote this down. I thought it was very interesting. Okay. Yeah, that must be what it is, because he keeps showing up. Jupiter trines Uranus mid-month. Ooh, that's you. Which can bring lucky breaks to many, but can equally bring more destabilizing revelations from the Taurian world of finances and property. The ground we stand on is awakening to demonstrate where values and attitudes towards wealth and possession must change if future growth is to be sustainable. And that's kind of why I think that he's showing up again. That's my astro moon diary. But it also represents your higher self, your intuition. Listen to that part of you. Reach out to that part of you. It will help you. It also is saying, you know, Jupiter is kind of that fatherly, great teacher. It's trying to teach you lessons. And sometimes character building and lessons that we have to learn, even like when we're kids, when we're teenagers, you know, we might not like our dad at that time. We might not like, you know, our parental figure at that time. Might be really frustrated. But, you know, at the end of it, we've grown wiser and more mature, and we've strengthened, and our character has built to a greater place. Our vibration has grown. So know that, you know, this is long-term learning. This isn't something that happens right away. 3 of Swords, there's also great healing here. You're going to feel the swords, but it also asks you to release the past and work more toward in the present, so that you can focus more on where we're going rather than where we've been. Advice. Heal situations. Ooh. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, we're focusing on the path forward, and we have to let go of something from the past here. And for me, you know, with that Knight of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles right there, he's only taking 1. And he looks like, you know, we have some choices to make. What will you take into the future? We might have friendships, or, you know, this might be people, it might be a job situation, it might just be attitudes, it could just be, I mean, it could, and this could pertain to anything because it is advice and it's a general reading, but something has to be dropped for us to move into the future. And for me, this feels like hang-ups from the past. It feels like where we trip ourselves up every single time. And we're finally ready to let that kind of crap go. We're finally ready to grow. We're finally ready to mature. We're finally ready to... Because again, this has been thrown up at you. It feels like over this past year, as we've been through your eclipses. And this feels like, you know, finally, if you haven't been able to release it by now, maybe it's been kind of a slow release. You let one thing go, and then you let another thing go. And now you're looking at it again this month, and you're like, oh my God, I haven't really let this whole thing go. So it's time to do so. And if that requires you healing a situation or leaving it behind totally, you got to pick one of those options. For a lot of you, it feels like you're leaving something behind totally, leaving a person, a situation, a group, a community, a whole lifestyle, obsession, hang-ups, like whatever it might be. It's needed to be let go of for a long time. and it feels like you're finally ready to do so, and you're fine. And it's not even like you have to give that person, that situation, a call and let them know. You can just kind of quietly let it be and move forward. All right. Wow, Capricorn, big messages. Your reading, it feels like, is longer than like anybody's. So let's see. If you guys want to book a private reading, all that information is below this video in the description box. My shirt is actually from this awesome place called Dysfunctional Grace in Ybor City, so shout out to them. I love them. And they got really cool metaphysical stuff and other really interesting occult and all sorts of cool stuff over there. So go check them out if you are in Tampa. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here. But you need to pay attention to the red flags. The signs have been cautioning you. And you have to really start paying attention to the red flags. You know, you will get signs. You will get big cautioning feelings. You will start to notice things in a different way. You're going to start feeling different ways about things. And it's going to be intense because Jupiter isn't going to let you just do things the way you were doing it. It's going to force you to change because it's going to make it very uncomfortable for you to not change at this point, okay? And you don't want the universe to come in and make those decisions for you. So yeah, we might have chemistry with a person, but we're going to have to pay attention to the red flags, okay? Because the situation might not be what we think it is. Let's get a Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Advice, guidance for you guys this month for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, hell yeah, we'll take it. I feel like there's one more. All right, yeah, this is definitely, wow. These are perfect cards for you. I love this deck. Skull of Stars, Infinite Possibilities. Love it. I get it. All right. It is easy to feel small in a world that is so busy and personal and seemingly self-absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If we can dream it, it is possible. This card indicates that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted to you by your parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. Big messages. And then we get Strength. The Skeleton. Okay. There is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, and even though we may not be able to perceive that at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the Skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of nights. So listen to those messages anytime you feel compelled to, or any time you're feeling a little bit lost this month. I always think that these are great affirmations and really great when you're feeling lost, you know, at any point in the month. Again, guys, if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe. Do make sure to let me know how it resonates in the comments below. If it didn't resonate, don't get upset. It just wasn't for you. And again, you can book a private reading that will be specifically for you with all the information in the comments below. Not in the comments, in the description box below. All right, guys. Have a wonderful last month of 2019. I can't believe all this crazy energy. I mean, I can't wait to do your 2020 reading, yet I'm also afraid to do it because it's big. So, Capricorns, happy early birthday to you guys. Have a wonderful and blessed month, and Happy New Year. Namaste.